Oh lord, here we go again. Promise Neverland, seemingly by multiple tweets, sources, and manga readers, say that this show is going to be anime original from here on out. So, we are going to discuss that and how that could spell doom for Promise Neverland, but as well, could be a little bit of an overreaction and a reason to stay hopeful. We'll talk about that later at the end of the video. But for this episode, we had a lot of stuff that went down that we have to discuss, like Mujika and Sonju having a much more sinister plan for the kids, what lies at the coordinates, and finally, who's on the other side of that phone. So, these are my theories, my review, and reaction to Promise Neverland Season 2, Episode 3. Also, 92% of you are unsubscribed, so let's try to get that number down to 80%, shall we? Let's get into the video. Okay, so Mujika and Sonju. While it for sure seemed like they'd be some of the only good demons on this side of Earth, in reality they are seemingly just like the others, except I think they made a mistake. Even though their reasoning is sorta sound, their idea is to let them escape and start their own civilization and have kids so that they will be wild humans and thus they can hunt them again. You see, they had me completely fooled. I thought for sure that these two were somewhat more friendly demons, but it seems, I guess all demons are the same and that they just can't help themselves and want to feed on humans. Now, the reason for teaching them these skills was actually sort of ingenious, but I feel like Mujika and Sonju are really underestimating these kids. With them being free to procreate and multiply like a bunch of rabbits, they really run the risk of letting them, in a sense, become too strong and, once again, start another war against humans and demons down the line. Think about it. Let's say they're able to have more kids and grow stronger as a civilization. Then there could be a time where it's too late for Mujika and Sonju, and thus they would have been figured out by the humans and likely taken out. You also have Sonju telling them that the weak point of a demon is their head or eye. They probably see this as probably some future investment, but if they expect the stocks to rise, they should also expect the stocks to fight back. But going more in-depth on their standings, I'm not sure how to align them. Maybe chaotic neutral for Sonju and chaotic good for Mujika, and the reasons I have for that are fairly straightforward. For Sonju, he sees the kids as much more of an opportunity to hunt humans. Of course, while Mujika has seemed to grow very attached to these humans, Sonju has as well, though I think it's only a matter of time until that changes. We saw with Rei, he said he would become a great warrior, which is a sign that Sonju thinks highly of Rei, at least respects him. You also have Sonju saying that according to the doctrine of the original faith, that it isn't going against God to take the lives of their creation if it's through hunting. That makes me think that this doctrine was created 1,000 years ago, either by humans or demons to regulate hunting or eating of humans in some way. Either way, Sonju is hungry and wants to eat tons of humans. At the beginning of the episode though, Mujika mentioned that she's never seen humans before. This is a very important piece of my theory that Mujika and Sonju may have set themselves up for a complete turn down the road to be good guys. I have no reason not to believe that Mujika was genuine in her saying that she liked them and never regretted meeting them. As Emma is showing her pictures, she is engaging, is smiling while asking about the people in the pictures. To me, this showed Mujika as a more kind-hearted demon who didn't want to pass this opportunity up to meet real humans and interact with them. I am very certain that at least Sonju and Mujika have, in a sense, grown to like these humans, and I think that over time we will see Mujika and Sonju grow to be their possibly silent protectors? This is always, in a sense, backed up with Sonju going out and fighting seemingly the same demons that were chasing them earlier, even killing them. Though, there was a massive hint dropped at this episode to a really cool aspect about the demons. Mujika says that over the last 1,000 years, their appearances has become warped, and my theory is this is a side effect of eating humans. What could be happening here is that over time, demons and their offspring can take on more humanly appearances. This could explain why some demons like these look so alien to demons compared to like Mujika and Sonju. Mujika, as an example, has a very feminine look of a human. If it wasn't for her upper face, horns, and feetsies, I would think she's a sickly looking female girl. You also then have to ask, did the demons even have these male and female looks to them originally, or was this a side effect of eating humans? Either way, it's a very interesting aspect that I hope we get more answers to. As well, we have to discuss the amulet that Mujika gave Emma. This is very weird to me, but that shows Mujika is seemingly doing all of this out of her own free will, as Sonju doesn't seem to know about it. She says that it's an amulet that can protect her, but I'm not so sure what that means. My theory is that it may hide the scent of humans from the demons, though not sure if that would be the case, because then why would Mujika have that? The only thing I could think of would be some kind of cloak or something. I'm not sure. We'll have to see where that goes. Then we finally have them arriving at their destination to find a shelter, obviously put there by William and Minerva. There, they find what appears to be a seemingly normal shelter with food, showers, and monitors for self-defense, with even a secret room behind a piano. A note left behind by William and Minerva suggests this shelter is all theirs. But do they really want it? After a brief respite of happiness, the children find two separate rooms. Emma's group finds a payphone of all things, and as it rings, they pick it up. The person on the other line is none other than William and Minerva himself, or is it? On the other side, Yvette finds a room obviously meant to sleep in that has markings on it. Help, written over and over in a quite frankly disturbing manner with markings on the wall amongst others. Alright, I thought it would be cool to go into Photoshop. I just did a basic auto tone just to see everything that's on the wall here. There's a lot of help me, a lot of help. Over on the left here, we have something right there. Yeah, I can't even try to write over that and make that out, so I don't even know what that says. Something very interesting. I think that says, someone help me. There are two drawings of a kid, another drawing. This could have been a room for children. Obviously there's bunk beds, but you know, when you're in a shelter, you want to save as much space as you can. This is obviously a bad sign for the kids. The only thing I can think of is that this shelter isn't much of a shelter, and that William Minerva may not be the person they thought he was. Maybe this world is more of a dog-eat-dog world than we originally thought. Maybe there are humans who are against humans. Much like how Sonju wanted to turn them in, maybe there's a use for these children to humans. But finally, we have to talk about Promised Neverland going anime original. Based on sources being the Twitter account Satsuki the Savage follows, which are Promised Neverland accounts, there seems to be a major difference in how this episode went. I'm not sure how people are reacting to this, as I'm ignoring a lot of that, but much like with the Attack on Titan controversy dealing with the same issue, I don't think there is much to worry about right now. Though it is always worrying to see a beloved series like Promised Neverland stray from its source, or really any anime doing so, unless the source is bad or it's like a KyoAni anime. Though I will say we have to wait and see, as this could literally mean anything, as we know that the original creator is overseeing a lot of what's happening in the anime so far. So this could really just mean that they're waiting to reveal characters later on in the story, or through different methods to build tension. But based off what I've seen and the way that it's probably going to go, Promised Neverland seems to be going down that anime original path, and while I am on board for it, I am hopeful that it will be for the better, as I do know some people really didn't like the manga, and while I think that may be a bit of an overreaction by those people, I still see a general sentiment that Promised Neverland got worse over time. Readers of the manga, give me your thoughts, and as well comment on my theories and analysis. What are some of your theories? Comment down below. As well, I cover Attack on Titan and ReZero Weekly on this channel, amongst other things, so you don't want to miss. Be sure to check out my merch, Patreon, and all my podcasts. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.